So what's the story behind my painting Moonlight Mosque? Why would I paint a moonscape with a mosque in it? Well, stay tuned. I'm about to tell that story. So if you remember back to the early 1960s, oh wait, most of you weren't around the 1960s. Most of you, that was more than 2 lifetimes ago. I'm telling my age again. Anyway, in the early 60s, my family moved to the country of Turkey. I was around 8 years old when we moved there. And one of the things that we were able to do, which was really enjoyable, was to go to many different countries, including the country of Lebanon. And Beirut, the capital city of Lebanon, was an especially beautiful city at that time. It was a mixture of the old and ancient and the modern. My parents used to go to a restaurant that was right on the beach. They had the tables on the beach on the sand, and it's right on the Bay of Beirut, which is beautiful, very calm area, and you could hear the water lapping up gently on the beach, and it was always a great experience there. So one of the times when they were there, I don't know whether they went to a shop or just an open marketplace, which was common at that time, and they bought this painting from an unnamed artist. He didn't even sign the painting, and this painting became one of our family's favorites. And in fact, my mom and dad moved it from Turkey to Massachusetts to Michigan, back to Massachusetts to Mississippi to Maryland. Well, you get the idea. It was moved all over different parts of the world. Over the last few years, both my parents have passed away in their 90s, lived good long lives. But I inherited this painting, and when I got it, I was saddened by really looking closely at how much it had been beat up and stained, and it was still worth putting up on the wall, but I wanted to see if I could get it restored. So I got an estimate, and $500 or $600 just did not seem worth it to get it restored. So my wife suggested that I try to restore it, but I don't know anything about paint restoration, and I didn't want to make it worse. So that led to the idea of maybe I could copy it, just make a copy of it directly. So that's what I did. I jumped into trying to make a copy, but along the way, you'll notice, I discovered there were just some things I wanted to do differently. So even though it's not an exact copy, I hope it's a good representation of the composition, which I really love this composition. The man in a rowboat going across the bay, with quiet waters, the moon behind the clouds, but there's enough moonlight getting through to actually shine directly on the water in the bay, the reflection of the buildings, and the moon shining on the mosque. I just really love this composition. So in my home, I still have the original painting my mom and dad bought so many years ago. It is truly a family heirloom and a treasure by an unknown artist from so many years ago. And that's the story behind Moonlight Mosque. I hope you enjoyed the story behind Moonlight Mosque. If you'd like to hear the story behind some of my other paintings, please be sure to hit the subscribe button below. I'd also love to connect with you with Facebook or Instagram, or just leave comments and questions below as well. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you again soon.